Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Holly from Holly's Happy Home, and I am a gardener here in Florida Zone 9A for anyone new here. I figured I'd do something a little bit different this week, and maybe I'll do some other content with it. But for this video, we are going to do a week's worth of harvesting. So I'm just curious of how many pounds of food I can harvest this week. So each day, I'm going to come out here, see what the garden has for us. It may be a little bit, maybe a lot, who knows, but by the end of this week, I hope to have shared with you a very bountiful harvest. Follow along. All right, everybody. So today is Sunday, May 25th. I hope. I know it's Sunday. I know it's May. I'm not sure about the 25th. But today is day one of seeing everything we can harvest. I'm going to get started with these Everglades tomatoes. It looks like we have quite a few. Here's what we got in Everglades tomatoes. You'll notice some of them aren't fully red, and that's because I have mentioned before I take my tomatoes when they have a blush on them because the birds get them. So I'd rather get them than the birds. We're going to move on over to the cucumbers. I feel like if there's one thing I'm going to have a ton of this week, it's going to be cucumbers. I always have so many. I've got one up here, the very tippy top. I've got bad news. The pickle worms that I've spoken about before, saying they were my absolute nemesis, have officially moved in. I see a few cucumbers that have had some pickle worm damage, one of which is right, let's see if I can get down to it here, right here. So you can see where the worm has been eating into it. I'm still going to pick it and use it. Usually if the damage isn't bad, I'll still use them, cut them up for pickles, and just cut out the damaged spot. That way it doesn't go to waste. But if there's too many spots or it's too damaged, they just go to the chickens, and the chickens love it. This one's not very big, but it's looking like it's ripe, even though it's not very nice looking. See how the top has like an orangey color? I'm not sure what's going on with that. It has been very hot here in the 90s. Perfect for swimming on this Memorial Day weekend. And that's what my neighbors are doing, in case you hear people yelling. Let's see. Another one. I told y'all the cucumbers were abundant. I'm always so happy when I come out and pick cucumbers because it just really feels like I have a ton. they're always fun to harvest every day. It's like a little surprise that I can look forward to. All right, I think that might be it on the cucumbers for today. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. But look how many we have. This is our basket so far. Should have brought a jar out for the tomatoes so you could actually see them instead of just being hidden in the bottom down there. Next, we're gonna go get some cherry tomatoes. Looks like I'm gonna have a load of tomatoes today, which are my favorite. I love tomatoes so much. Same thing, if they have a slight blush on them, I'm taking them so that the birds don't get them. That's the Roselle variety for anyone who hasn't been watching. These have had so many tomatoes. They definitely make me happy. Look, they've just got these really pretty clusters of tomatoes. They seem to be very prolific, still putting on flowers even though it's in the 90s, still creating new fruit even though it's super hot. So that is exciting. Can't tell if this black strawberry cherry tomato is ripe or not. I think it is. Gonna be, I guess. Oh yeah, it's got a nice blush to it. That's a pretty tomato. This is a cherry tomato, guys. Is that not the biggest cherry tomato? That's a black strawberry cherry. I'm gonna wait on that one. So with the slicer tomatoes, I haven't been picking any that are ripe and not damaged. For some reason, they're turning red when they're damaged. So I'm a little bit nervous that this one we have here has a hole. So moment of truth on our first slicer tomato. It doesn't want to come off, which may be a sign it's not ready. Come on. It does not have a hole. Our first heirloom slicer. And we're going to let that finish ripening on the counter. How pretty is that? And this is just a random heirloom variety of tomato seeds. So all these are different kinds of tomatoes. So I don't know what type to tell you that was. I know this isn't ready, but I just want to show y'all. Look how big this tomato is. Wow. All right, so our basket so far. Let's go over here. I know we have some squash ready. These are the cutest little patty pans on this one. They never get much bigger than your hand. Like this is, whoop, about the largest size I've gotten from these. They almost look like a pumpkin. Is that not adorable? right. Got some more patty pans here. Whoa, it looks like one of these needed to be picked a while back. Look how big that one is compared to that yellow one we just picked. I'm gonna go ahead and pick these other ones before, or this other one before it gets too big. That's about the size you should pick them, so the skin's not too tough. That's the size I like picking them for stuffing. Look at that pretty basket. How many pounds do you think we're gonna have today? Move, stink bug. It is a gorgeous evening. I know y'all could probably hear the shade cloth rattling back and forth. And look at the leaves blowing. It is such a pretty evening. It's been very, very hot. I got out and mowed the lawn today. It needed it a lot, but it has been so hot. So it's really nice to have a really nice breeze right now. Alrighty. And I just wanted to show y'all, we're not ready to pick them, but look how pretty these snapdragons are. These were a surprise in with the fruit bowl yarrow. They're very pretty though. The yarrow is starting to bloom. We got some yellow and some pink. The fruit bowl yarrow, very pretty. I think that is all we have for the day. I said that was it, but I see a bell pepper and it looks like it has some damage on it. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. Oh no, there's two. I'm going to take both of them, and that way I can cut the bad parts off and put them in the freezer. See, it's so beautiful. That's a big pepper. This is the Chinese giant bell pepper, but look, we have a hole right there. I'm going to cut that out and put this in the freezer like a fajita mix. And then I have, let's see if I can get this one off. This one right here, it's not quite as big, but look at that damage. So we're just gonna add them to our basket. Now that's a pretty basket. That's also, other than two banana peppers, my first peppers I've gotten to pick. So that's super exciting. Alrighty, day one complete. Let's go see our totals. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all thought we were done? I did too, sorry about that. I came over here and saw we've got okra. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to, I guess I could twist it. Golly, I'm gonna have to go get some clippers. I give up with keeping track of clippers. I'm going to actually have to go back and look at where I put them down in this video because I can't find them. We have a few okra actually, and for those of you who don't know, okra grows so fast. It's like cucumbers and squash. If you don't go ahead and clip it that day, you're gonna have okra that's woody the next day. Can't tell if you saw that. I'm just gonna get the few okra that are ready here. I know the grass is crazy. I wish that there was a service like, you know how you could do lawn care, garden weeding, like someone come weed my garden please. All Oop, almost said I was done again. Just kidding. All right. Now, that's it. I mean it this time. I mean it. That's it for Sunday. Let's go weigh it. All right. We're at the scale with the not so helpful garden help who really wants a treat. So we're going to turn on the scale. And it is already zeroed out, but we'll zero it out again. And I have the little basket in there just for the tomatoes to keep them separate. And I'm just going to move everything from our basket we just picked to the weight basket. We got a lot of cucumbers. Future Holly here, just popping in this little quiet time to say that this is going to be a series. So today is day 1 of the series of how much can we harvest in a week. I will post a new video daily. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit behind. So every day I'll have another day of harvesting until we reach our full week. I hope y'all enjoy. Please like, subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications to get future updates for day 2 through 7. Uh-oh, here comes some more garden help. Oh, they're congregating. All right, grand total is 5 pounds, 2 ounces. Yeah, thank you. It is exciting, turkeys.